G'day Saints fans and members. Been a really good training week for us. We're starting to get a bit healthier on the track with respect to numbers, and whilst that we still have some guys that are training without playing, we get a couple of guys back this week. I'll go through the team in a minute. Certainly the review this week, and I think it'd be a fairly obvious one to all of you at home, would be that we were okay for periods of the game ago, and we our first half, barring the last 3 minutes, was reasonably strong against the team that's on top of the ladder, 2 games clear on their home deck, but let ourselves down in the third quarter. So that's been our focus, to make sure that we're more consistent. We think the more these younger players play together, there'll be, that will come. It'll take a lot of hard work, but we obviously need to get games into the guys. Geelong, down at Geelong, also presents a real challenge, but one that our players are really looking forward to. They, and I know they say that most weeks, but you can just tell by the way that the guys are embracing training and embracing the opportunities and the role they get each week, that they are, they're fair dinkum about wanting to improve as footballers. They're wanting to improve the performance of the team, and their commitment to their training, as I said, has been first class. It's great to get David Armitage back in. Obviously, he's picked forward there, but he's a chance and will play significant minutes through the midfield. He played a really solid game for us, his second game in the VFL on the weekend. Whilst he was keen to play last week, we just didn't think he was quite right. Tommy Lee will certainly get another opportunity. We thought, not unlike the team, we thought his first half was okay. He's only hasn't ended up hitting the scoreboard at all. I think he only kicked the one behind, but he presented reasonably well. We thought his ability to mark the footy in the first half was pretty strong. He fell away in the second half, so that not unlike our team, he'll want to do something about that. Lenny Hayes picked at half forward here. Obviously, not unlike Dave, will play significant minutes through the midfield as well. We thought that Maverick Weller was pretty strong for us in terms of a run with roll through the midfield. Obviously, Ebert was the one that we'd identified, and we thought that he'd, in keeping him to 22 possessions, was pretty solid for us. So, they got some really good players in there. Obviously, the skipper, also, Stevie Johnson's in really good form. So, then there's the couple that he'll have the opportunity to go through and try and control. Murdoch for his second game down back. We thought that he was pretty positive for us. Seb Ross is another player. I'll get back to the midfield that we thought was pretty good for us through there. His first half, his composure, his ability to be able to win his footy was pretty good. It's a game that he should get a bit of confidence from. Whilst we all need to improve, he's no different. We thought it was a good step forward. I'd put Joshy Saunders in that category too. Whilst he played a little bit in the midfield, a bit of wing, his game forward was pretty good. And it's good to get Jimmy Webster back in the team. He's obviously been out for a couple of weeks. So that's the team for the week to take on the Cats. It's certainly going to be fairly hostile down there. We would really urge all the fans to get along. It's been a fairly tough period for the players in terms of team performance. All I can say is I can just guarantee how hard they're working on their game. They're rocking up to training with respect to wanting to learn and wanting to do something about the situation we find ourselves in, and that's all we can ask at this stage. Their commitment to want to improve has been significant. So we would love to see you down there.